I've done minimal fucking research for this one. At time of talking, I was about to do research yesterday, but Big Will sent me a Churchill-esque text inspiring me to go to the pub with him, and that made the rest of the day a fucking write-off. Went back to do some research today, and then I kind of ended up going to the pub with Scott. So, yeah.
Sense of theme.
Hello, and welcome to episode 27.
Oh,
27.
Wow. 27 Club. Is this the year that the podcast dies?
Yes.
Biggest fucking cross.
I mean, it would seem, appropriate.
I'm drinking BrewDog Wingman. It's not bad, actually. I've been kind of sessioning on it quite hard lately.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does say on the can that it is incredibly sessionable.
They need to make bigger cans.
Yeah,
Like,
they need
only,
to be taller cans.
Only
Taller
available in
cans.
stubbies. Average size of a Coke can, 330
330,
millilitres, yeah. Within like 5 sips, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Which means it never goes flat.
True. It's not around long enough to go flat.
No, it's not. And we've been playing some pretty heavy drinking games when it comes to film night. Because there are some particularly excellent rules.
You did the Lord of the Rings one, didn't you?
Yes. Yeah, so quotable line was enough to see us off.
Wow,
but we had
so bad.
significant fire, significant water. Anytime someone had a fun fact,
Who made these rolls?
we made them between us
Oh, fair.
ourselves.
Very
yeah.
good, very good.
Close up of the ring?
Close up of the ring was one. I tell you what, the amount of times I said mid-shot, shout out to Sarah there.
Yeah, Sarah's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sarah does cinematography. And I was like, oh, it's a close up of the ring. She was like, no, it's a mid shot.
And I was that person. I was like, lol.
That was a gamer tag now. So,
Is it? Oh, fair play.
Yeah, so
That's
a
got
league name was
longevity.
born. Panoramic shot?
Oh god, there was loads.
Yeah,
there was
yeah,
fucking loads. And yeah, to your point, the cans did not last long.
Obviously, I'm joined once again by Claire and Lorna, who are also both drinking the BrewDog Wingman.
It's almost
an
as though,
endorsement.
crazy as it seems, it might just be that it's on offer.
It is 2 for 22.
2 for 22, that's not too bad really.
No, not at all, but Shipyard's taken a bit of a backstep lately.
You can't find Shipyard in
it
Canada.
needed
No,
to.
you
It
can't.
needed to.
Yeah, it did. I was kind of like spamming that one a little bit. Okay, before we get underway, I want to make a huge congratulations to Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
fair play. Birmingham's
The
finest.
fucking homeboy did
Cheers
it.
to our
Cheers.
lad.
Cheers. Clink.
Did you watch the press conference?
I saw bits of the press conference
Fucking
as
hell.
per Instagram algorithm. I got bits fed through. Oh my god, as soon as he mentioned his dad, he
That
went
was
like
it.
straight in.
Even Dana
Yeah.
White
Launched
was like...
something, yeah.
Even Dana White was like, fucking idiot.
He mentioned the press conference at the end of the fight.
Yeah, I
And
saw that. bit, yeah.
Even he had to say, didn't he? Like, basically, the whole team had to calm
Yeah,
down.
No, it was the other way around because his coach.
Did
Dave,
you see him shouting?
And he was
while
shouting so much abuse at Colby
Yeah.
in his corner, and Leon Edwards during his post-fight interview with Joe Rogan was like, "Dave, calm down."
Yeah. Because
Wow.
like, was that his name, Dave?
Dave's his.
Go on,
that's all-
Dave.
that's all I
He
know.
was doing the hand
Rightfully
motion.
so, man.
Oh
Fuck
yeah, and
Colby,
he was like,
twat.
"You're not chatting now. You're not chatting now," and then like put a finger to his throat and said something like "f off," you see, but he did not censor himself. And then that's when
You
they
can say
turned
cunt
around.
on the podcast.
Not in the first 10 minutes, so as you don't get advertisement, apparently. By Wingman BrewDog.
Yeah. Which we just found out the details of their scandals, so maybe we don't want to be sponsored by BrewDog.
So they stuffed their cans of dead ponies in dead horses or something. Was that what you were saying?
It's impressive that you got that from what I said. Not quite. But essentially, yeah, I don't know if it was ponies, but for one of their advertising campaigns or one of their launches or something, they had cans in taxidermy, and that's how they served it.
Like as a gift set.
No, as like a bit of a advertising
I think
stunt.
as long as it was done.
It was not done
I suppose it's
tastefully.
always gonna
It doesn't
do
offend me
Like-
much at all. I can
No,
see why there was
yeah.
backlash. 100%.
Animal rights activists,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally love a janky taxidermy when it's historical and
then-
appropriate and done
It's risky
humanely.
PR. Really risky.
It's very risky PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they also had some like pretty awful transphobic accusations.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Advertising standards are mad at them.
They did
and-
start compounding there. Oh, I'm not sure about that, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It joined up to it.
One of everyone. So at least they're, not
Mm.
discriminating in their hate campaigns. So that's something.
Hate
Everyone's getting a bit,
It was
But yeah, fucking hell, BrewDog, calm that down.
It was 49-46, unanimous decision. That, by my maths, means that Covington won one round and Leon took the other 4. I haven't seen the fight. I haven't seen it.
right.
Lorna has.
Apparently it was, by what I've read about it and heard about it, it's just He just outclassed him in every
By
respect.
so you know, like how Colby is like very confident and like really up there when it comes to wrestling. If not like on a paper level, he would be
the cardio king.
Absolute. Like Colby would go for the takedown and then got taken down a couple of times and like got out of it and then took Colby down. Like just to be like a fuck you, do not even question my ability. Yeah, it was
like Shevchenko
really cool.
did when they questioned her wrestling. That all she did that
with
for that
Jessica
fight.
Andrade, and she just was like,
out wrestled them.
It was a masterpiece. Really cool.
Just to put a punctuation on the fight.
And it was so like, you know, when someone gets so angry that they become very calm,
like stoic.
Yeah, like almost assassin. Like So it wasn't like warrior. It just went straight to assassin. It was like how chilling he was.
Yeah.
He had Colby at the edge of the ring the whole time. Like the whole time, he like just controlled him.
In the clinch, pressed him against the cage, pressured him.
Quite literally cut him off. Yeah, and nice. Welted up his
I heard about the leg. Apparently that leg was pieced up.
Yeah, and
I need to watch the highlights.
It sounds like this was a turning point in Ed Woods' career
and Colby's.
Well, and
he's not getting a title shot. He's had 3 now. He had 2 against Usman. He got fucked.
Because the thing is as well, like there was a little bit of I don't know, people didn't see Edwards as a legitimate champion, I think, for a while. And I feel like this fight has at least hushed that.
I would say legitimate.
For me, it was the 3rd Usman fight that solidified him. Because the first one he lost years ago against Usman. He went to the judges. The second fight was obviously that famous head kick.
And
that could be that can be kind of like labelled as a fluke, and I totally see why. But the 3rd Usman fight, when he just outdid him in every aspect of martial arts in the cage. That was it for me, but I'm looking forward to seeing what Leon does next. Islam wants him, but no. Clean out your own division first, and then look to be a champ. Only Izzy and Volkanovski have the right to go for other belts.
Yeah, because they're
whilst being champion themselves in their own division. Yeah.
Does anyone know that the result for the Ferguson Paddy?
Don't.
You don't know? You do know.
I do know.
So Ferguson lost then.
Did you see that one as well?
Yeah, Paddy was just sort of.
Paddy's face was fucked up. It was bloody everywhere.
Everyone looks different after Ferguson, regardless of the result.
Left hook over and over again.
Yeah. There seems to be quite a trend in Paddy's fights, though. He tends to lose at least the first round, some of the second, and then he leans into the fight and finishes really strongly.
And it did show how good of a grappler
Drink, win, man.
It did show how good of a grappler he is, Paddy.
Didn't it?
Like everyone in the garage was shitting on him when we was watching.
Rightfully so, he's a twat.
It really is. Like he just, it's not inconstant at all. But he did, look very good. And Tony, he looks so old. When he walked out, like one of the lads said, "How old is he now?"
It was the Gaethje fight that changed it for him.
Yeah.
Doing 2 weight cuts in 2 weeks or some shit. Fucking ridiculous.
He's not a well man.
But because of the aforementioned trips to the pub, I only have one bit of news for you.
Go on.
Archer, the beloved TV series, comes to an end after 14 seasons. The cast is hoping for more episodes in the future. There's a 3-part season finale that's airing tonight at time of talking on FX, and it will make its way to Netflix at some point, like it always does. But yeah, it's called Archer Into the Cold. It's a 3-part finale, as I said. Grand total of 142 episodes.
Wow.
But I'm fine with it kind of like coming to I'm literally closing my notebook.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like relying on you for this. It has been a bit of a bender. 14 seasons. I've like 4 or 5 deep into the last season.
It's
still as good as it was in the beginning, so it hasn't like faded away. It's kind of like burning out. Has that old Neil Diamond, Kurt Cobain reference there. Unlike like the Big Bang Theory, which just diminished and became shit. I think I've mentioned it on this podcast where it stopped being about science and it focused on kind of like the geeky guys getting the hot girlfriends kind of thing. It was just focusing on that. I fucking hated it. Big Mouth, however, I think is getting better as it carries on. The latest season is fucking brilliant.
I haven't seen the latest season.
It's fucking hilarious.
I've heard good things.
Human Resources has gotten better as well. The first one was a struggle because a guy I knew was like, you need to watch Human Resources to understand the latest Big Mouth material. And when I kind of like did that, I was like, I could have skipped this, but now I've started it, haven't I?
Yeah, completion is.
I'm gonna watch The Lost Kingdom this winter. The Last Kingdom?
Oh, The Last Kingdom.
The Last Kingdom, sorry, yeah. I've been recommended that endlessly. A lot of people have said it's better than Vikings.
They're wrong, but...
I thought so.
It's one of those, well, in my opinion, they're wrong. It's one of those where it very much fills the Norse mythology gap that Vikings has left.
I was told it focuses more on the Saxons.
It does. Some of it is all relatively accurate-ish. It's like history adjacent in places.
Yeah.
But you see some characters that are oftentimes left out of the narrative. Because you'll see in a lot of film adaptations or series adaptations of the Viking period, right, when they came over to England and basically like pillaged and, you know, had a lovely time. As they should. Weird how you always like end up rooting for them, though,
yeah, of course
it?
you do.
Despite it being
they're in our blood somewhere.
supposedly on the wrong side of history. But anyway, not
and they took all of our fit women, hence why I date trash.
But oftentimes in these things that we watch, history ends when, you know, the Great War happened and you know, basically when Alfred's time. And Last Kingdom goes significantly past, which I think is interesting.
Oh,
so like William the Conqueror kind of shit.
Not that far. But so you'll enjoy it. It's one of those where I watched it, I enjoyed it.
same sort of look as Viking.
Yeah, same time period.
I imagine the music in it in particular is going to be brilliant.
And the aesthetic.
Yes,
So Ivar,
Ivar, who we
yeah.
saw in London. The thing with The Last Kingdom is, the thing that pulled me out of it and why I don't think it is as good, is that our Uhtred, who is your protagonist, spends all this time being like, I, you know, just want to have myself a big old plot of land so I can live out my days, something of Bevanburg, Bevanburg or something like this. It's
Sure.
a lot of B's and a lot of R's. And throughout, he has multiple opportunities to make that for himself, and then he chooses not to. So I'm like, wow. And he's a bit of a whiny
Because
bitch.
story arc.
Because story, and to make
And
the
that's
series
what happened,
longer,
probably.
and, you know, whatever. But
It
yeah,
doesn't explore that.
How many
he
seasons?
comes across as a bit of a whiny bitch as well, which is like, oh, come on, Uhtred.
How many seasons is it?
3 or 4?
And there was a movie afterwards, if I remember correctly. 3 or 4 is not too bad. I'm
Can't
not doing
remember
The
fully.
Walking Dead. 11 seasons now. I've been recommended it for years, and it was 5 seasons. I was like, no, that's too much. And now 11.
Season finale. It's already been aired. Mum's watched it.
Course
I'm
she
going to
has.
binge it during the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
I'd say it finally has ended then.
Last season. Although there's already talk of a fucking spin-off with Rick. So I'm like, well, that's never going to end, is it?
Would you say it's not doing a Big Bang Theory in terms of the content? It's just nowhere near as good as it once was. It's drifted
Well,
away from its premise, and it's
as
kind of
with-
like phoning it in.
That's something that happens.
It's subjective though as well. At the same time.
Very American, isn't it?
Very American. Well, with zombie movies or any kind of apocalypse movies, it stops being about the threat of the zombies in whatever form they
And
are.
the internal drama.
Yeah, just gossip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it then
Which is
basically
fun,
just becomes the next drama. It may as well
Yeah.
be Corrie. Yeah.
Mm.
But I have enjoyed a lot of The Walking Dead. Tell you about something that has come out.
Is this a segue I'm witnessing?
Yes, it is. You know, earlier when you said that Archer,
Yes.
3-part series, starts tonight. Well, something that has already aired on
Ooh.
Netflix as of Friday, Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget.
Oh.
I saw it. Yes, I got it last. Have you?
Yes, I haven't watched it. No, I've been saving it for us.
Yes, I really
Yes.
do.
Oh shit! No, that fuck it week.
We
film
could,
night.
yes, fucking
Yeah.
week film
Perfect.
night, and then we'll eat chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a pie, I don't like gravy.
We'll have pie
It'd be
and
corn
gravy.
nuggets for me, but sure, I'll get it.
Yeah, fuck it. We'll have nuggets in some kind of form. That'd be lovely.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
Mackey's, isn't it?
But apparently there's a few Easter eggs to look out for. So
I need to rewatch Chicken Run first. It's been fucking years.
honestly, I don't think you need to. In terms, if you're looking to reach a storyline,
No, I simply
No,
want to.
yeah.
And
we could do double feature.
yeah, we could do the stop animation. Is it stop animation?
It
I think
is.
Yeah.
Claymation.
Yeah,
It's
claymation.
yeah.
Like Wallace and Gromit.
Age.
Same
Ageless.
creators, yeah.
Fantastic.
Claymation's ageless.
And there
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a Wallace and Gromit Easter egg at the end of the film, apparently.
Oh, cute.
Are they leopard print Converses? What am I looking at? Are they leopard print trainers?
Adidas.
Adidas, fair enough.
Picture on the screen.
I'm taking a picture right now that we will use.
They are vegan. You can put that over the.
And that they're just made of plastic.
100% plastic.
Yeah. So good for the
This
environment.
isn't that type of podcast.
I'd drink a beer out of a pony, wouldn't you?
100%.
I mean, I didn't have any, you know what I
100%.
mean? In fairness, let me add a caveat to that.
Gone. Too late.
If it was historical taxidermy in that it has, nothing was harmed for the making
Like
of
the
this.
animal wasn't butchered for the sake of the publicity
Yeah, that's
stuff,
inappropriate.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
That's where I draw the line. That's inappropriate.
I can't even tell if
Would you drink a beer out of... Help me out here. Would you drink a beer out of a pony?
I absolutely
Imagine
love
lifting
it.
its tail as a tap.
Oh, it is vegan. It is vegan.
Oh,
I'm looking
there
at it.
you
The
go.
BrewDog Wingman is vegan. Okay, that makes it funnier.
Oh.
If it wasn't, I'd be like, yeah, cool. Because obviously a lot of the barrels are lined with fish guts, if I remember correctly.
I know why.
Yeah,
it's like
something like that.
as well.
Why I have no idea, but I bloke at Spoon, the barman at Spoons told me about it. I was like, why is certain things not vegan, drink wise or not veggie or whatever, and that was it.
Yeah, because ingredient wise, it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
more their way it's stored.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
fun fact. Drink.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you watch Napoleon?
Yes, I did watch it. I couldn't tell you how historically accurate it is
Oh.
because it's not my field. The most fucking shocking part about it to me was that there were no French accents in it. Joaquin Phoenix was speaking his normal voice. Because I don't know really anything about Napoleon apart from the fact that he was quite short. He was ill for a lot of his campaign. He's also the reason why, predominantly in France, they drive on the correct side of the road. Because he put his army, he always put on the right side of the road because reasons that I don't know about.
It gotta be something.
Yeah, and stuff like that. It has not been received positively by the French critics and public.
I watched a historian go through it.
Oh, go on.
And
What did
apparently,
they-
like you were saying, it's like really not really hitting
Not
historical
accurate, yeah.
points. Because he comes across as a bit of a wet blanket, apparently, like sort of moaning about this woman throughout the whole thing. Like that's the main thread that keeps him going. That's like sort of heartbroken and like he's like driven by a woman to like
Aren't we
some of his
all?
actions. But in actual fact, he was actually quite a dominant presence. And apparently, the height thing, I learned this from QI. He wasn't actually short. He was like an average, if not like a little bit tall. It's just because he had quite a low rank in the army,
Yes.
but he ended up like getting to a position of power.
Emperor. Yeah.
That's why they called him short. It was just a.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
wow.
a bit of
almost like a rumour that really took hold.
Like Chinese whispers. Kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah,
and became the rhetoric.
very that, yeah.
Huh, that's so
Well,
interesting.
yeah.
So it's not that he was short in stature, it was short in status.
Yeah.
And then
King of France.
And then became
King,
Emperor,
literally
yeah.
king.
literally the
yeah,
King of
yeah.
France. That's
Oh.
so interesting. 'Cause
Yeah.
they depict statues like this, like with the horses, when they have amount of feet on the ground, if they're rearing up, it all
Yeah.
means something, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if like in
Propaganda.
propaganda, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly like this.
Well, the reason why he got to where he did is because in terms of strategy, he was a genius. Like,
Yeah, and you
the tactics are still studied by the modern military to this day.
like second to none at the time, and so apparently did he come across as like as powerful out?
Commanding in his presence, and
Yeah, as he should have done.
If I was to say yes, that just simply means Joaquin Phoenix did a great job of portraying him, but according to a
he's
great many
fantastic.
people, I didn't. But I don't know any different. He looked the part. Visually, Joaquin Phoenix looked like Napoleon and all that kind of stuff, and he has that kind of like miserable, kind of like pale complexion and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But when he was just speaking in the same voice he used to do the Joker, which was his normal vocal cords, I was
Right.
like, the immersion was immediately killed for
I was
me.
going to ask if it was distracting. so
Yeah, it was. I was like, and his wife, I can't remember her name, sorry, also her own accent, and she wasn't French. And everyone else around him, and I was like, what the fuck?
I tell you who did it well. It was the film Death of Stalin, and so they all had like really strong different English accents. But it very much like represented that when all of like the Soviet Union came together after the death of Stalin, all their accents would have been very regional. But instead, it sounded as though they just sort of took the
piss.
It was blatant Oscar. I think it was Oscar bait that failed, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Do you know that Oppenheimer is rumoured not to have been nominated for anything in the
No,
Oscars?
I
Wow.
have genuinely watched Oppenheimer.
Sick, isn't it?
We have seen some really interesting stuff this year, which I
Yeah.
cannot wait to wrap up in our next podcast with
Yeah.
Laura at the helm.
Yeah,
But the
that,
Barbie
that in
Oppen-
itself is going to be interesting as fuck. I can't wait to be aboard of that train wreck.
The Barbie Oppenheimer storyline was absolute marketing
Yeah.
genius,
Yeah, it
though,
was.
wasn't it? Anyway, we'll save that for the.
Yeah, we will.
But I guess when we reflect on the year, hot off the press. I don't know how hot off the press this is, to be honest. I googled it and saw that it was a thing, and I thought, oh, that would be good to talk about. Death Stranding movie is confirmed.
That came up
Oh.
on my
Came up on your feed.
my feed.
There's not many details. In fact, there's no details at all with it, other than that was it A24?
Yes, that's the studio that Kojima has teamed up with to
Mhm.
work with it.
There seemed to be quite a bit of buzz around that.
Yes.
But I mean, my main question was: is it going to be Norman Reedus playing Sam Porter-Bridges?
It should be.
It should be.
It probably will be.
I would like to think it should be.
I read upon it briefly because Guillermo del Toro has worked with Kojima on Death Stranding, so I would be shocked if he isn't directing the movie.
Plus, it's not like he's got Walking Dead to be busy with. That's all wrapped up.
Yeah, exactly. That would be... Haven't seen the Game Awards yet, but I imagine Kojima will be involved with it, and we have to chug if he is, because Jeff Keighley sucks Kojima's dick. So I'm looking forward to that. I miss Keighley, man.
Yeah.
Keighley with his trainers.
Dead behind the eyes if you
pause
it
it.
at
It's
any
the real
point.
Keighley. Oh no, that's huge. That's massive. Kojima's a genius. Del Toro is brilliant. Directed Pacific Rim and wrote it. The man's fucking sweet.
Oh, well, that's not helped its cause, in my opinion.
We almost made a whole podcast without mentioning Pacific Rim. Everyone, every single one.
We haven't mentioned how shit the
No, the effects in it are brilliant in Pacific Rim.
No, we haven't mentioned how shit the effects are in The Hobbit yet. So, you know, if you're playing podcast bingo...
Yeah, to be fair.
That broke it for you.
I'm still deeply upset about the...
Films in
hang
general.
on, just refer to every other podcast where I go on about how the rant wasn't... refer to...
Can't even...
I'm fuming already. I'm already at a 10. The red mist has descended. There's no coming back.
I think Rings of Power Season 2 is out next September. It was either that or House of the Dragon is out.
I think it's House of the Dragon.
Yeah, the trailer for House of the Dragon Season 2 looks fucking sick.
I still haven't seen the first season.
Like,
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Spoke about the Rings of Power in the past.
Mm.
I was just happy to be in Middle-earth again. Can't look at it through a hardcore Tolkien fan base eye because you're just getting pissed off and triggered. I was annoyed though. The thing that annoyed me the most is the fact that the Elven rings were made first in the TV series, where it was the dwarves their 7 rings were made first.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Who helped with the writing? Was it the couple? Oh no, I think it was different.
No, I think you are thinking of the same thing, where they would always check in with those reliable people that knew the canon with such depth and detail that they were really quite a useful people to have on board, because they were so knowledgeable about everything to do with Lord of the Rings and the whole canon that I've been rambling for quite some time now.
No, I think that you might be on about George R.R. Martin's writing process.
Oh, yes.
Because he writes his shit and will send it to fans of his because they know more about his material than he does.
Yeah.
In terms of dates, etc.
No, I'm definitely thinking of...
I'm thinking of...
I'm definitely thinking of Lord of the Rings, though, because there is it's not a company, but it's a couple of people, isn't it?
What about the Tolkien Society, by any chance?
No, it's people that the Tolkien Society would refer to.
Oh, okay.
Oftentimes. And they might be part of it. I don't fucking know.
Wait, yeah, I guess.
Google it.
I guess that. And neither do I, but I'm leaving all this in.
I have a vague idea of something I heard once.
Yeah, and what we're saying makes sense on some level. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've probably got our wires crossed about it. Shit. It's the autumn one. No one gives a fuck about the autumn podcast. We're all looking forward to Lorna's fucking mess.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm very excited about it. Beloved Chris Jericho. I have Chris Jericho news.
Go on.
You look worried. It's not that bad.
Okay.
So, do you remember when he was in Terrifier 2?
No.
No, me neither. Well,
I know what Terrifier 2 is, but I've seen a thumbnail on YouTube. The trailer was recommended to me. That's as far as it goes. Sorry.
Damien Leone, no relation to Natasha.
I was wondering.
Yeah, Natasha Leone. She's a great actress. She was in Orange is the New Black.
I'm a cheerleader.
Cult classic. I'm a cheerleader.
Can you show me a picture real quick?
Yeah, no problem. This is her, and that was her in Orange is the New Black.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, her. She was in Russian Doll, that Netflix series.
Yeah.
Very good. Anyway, Damien Leone directed the Terrifier films and has revealed that AEW star Chris Jericho is going to be in the third one, because he had a cameo in the second one apparently, and then he's going to have more of a predominant role, let's say, in the third.
MJF's in Iron Claw, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah, or producing it.
I'm loving
Netflix.
MJF. MJF, like MJF, he's excellent.
Is there one called Adam Cole?
Baby.
But I think he does gaming, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He streams.
Yeah, Omega as well was involved in the creation of Fight Forever as well as Aubrey.
Omega's out the game. He's out the game indefinitely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What? I
It's a
didn't know
shame.
that.
In my
Why?
mind, he's the best wrestler.
Injury,
in the world.
he's gone cross paths.
Definite GOAT status.
100%.
Mm.
Do you know how?
Oh, not GOAT status, not of all time, but currently, I think he's the best living, breathing wrestler.
When I say GOAT status, there's many greatest of all time, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if he's done anything to tarnish it, has he? You know, if you look at Hulk Hogan, he has tarnished his name numerous times, but he's still, very much in Hall of Fame.
Still a Hall of Famer.
What happened to him?
Injury.
Yeah.
Really severe injury.
Oh, God, you don't know what happened.
His schedule's ruthless. He wrestles in for numerous different companies.
Oh, I say
Back and
severe
forth,
injury. He had a severe injury, didn't he? But no, I think the details haven't actually been disclosed.
He ping-pongs himself. Like, he goes to Japan and competes over there a lot. Then America the week later for AEW, and then somewhere else. The schedule is fucking ruthless. And I'm trying to think who's my favourite wrestler of all time. Not my favourite,
Yours is
but
Sting.
the
it's
great...
gotta be.
yeah, in terms of, like, the Sting is, but...
Big Daddy, that's a good one.
I've Austin, man. I fucking
Oh,
love Austin.
yeah. Austin was phenomenal.
Yeah, he
you know,
really
it was Jim Ross that brought Stone Cold on board.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Jim Ross brought Stone Cold and The Rock. And The Undertaker.
Oh, I totally forgot The Rock was... Yeah.
Weirdly enough, when I was... and I can do a segue for this.
Ooh.
When I was looking for the Dickhead of the Week chart, which I did not find, it's missing, viewers. I know you're crushed.
Yeah, so the Dickhead of the Week has taken a bit of a turn. We're no longer categorising things because we have lost the sheet. Yeah, everyone's upset about it.
Yeah, I came across the JR book that I read when we were in Croatia, and I was like, fuck yeah, I can't actually wait to read the next one. I shouldn't look forward to reading a book.
You'd always look forward to reading.
Does he read it?
It would be wonderful if he did, if it was an audio book as well. It probably
That'd be
is.
so fun.
Oh my god,
That'd be so fun.
If he
that was an
does,
audible.
then yeah.
I hope he mentions the sensitivity training.
Oh my god, some of the stuff that him and Ric Flair.
He's in trouble at the minute, isn't he, Ric Flair?
Is he?
Yeah, let's just say that, I can't remember why. It has something to do with a female member of the audience.
No shit.
Of
Yeah.
the
Who is
audience.
surprised?
Yeah, Rick.
That happened on
Rick's
site.
not even being paid to be an AEW. He's just doing this to support Sting in his last little stint of wrestling and stuff.
You know,
Fuck
that
it.
can be
Yeah,
a
why
dangerous
not?
game.
Yeah.
It can
With
be
his
a game.
woo energy.
Yeah.
He's got an energy drink out there.
Of course
Oh,
he does.
no, but you might as well cash in everyone else's.
I mean, he's one of those where if sexual allegations come out, you're not surprised. Same as Rolf Harris.
Oh,
well,
God, no.
actually, people were surprised about Rolf Harris.
Rolf
but-
Harris is next level.
He was mentioned extensively in Jim Ross's book, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, some of the
That's
shit he was doing
aggressive
Oh,
as fuck,
really?
yeah.
wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
The
To the point where JR's book could be used as evidence.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah, it will be quoted in court at some point. It has
Yeah.
to be.
This
Surely.
is such a good, like... I'm
JR
very
himself, I'm
tempted to
like,
read
JR?
this.
I
I'm
did
so
not
re-
fucking see it coming. The man loves to party, JR does.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
seen it all, though, and it was Boys
Yeah, he
Club,
has.
like, no CCTV
Yeah.
back then.
No fucks given.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm surprised it was published.
Honestly, yeah. I bet actually I wouldn't be surprised if Ric Flair's
Is he
people
Texan?
reached out to be like, dude,
Jim
where's the
Ross,
heads up?
Oklahoma's finest.
Oh,
Just
wow.
the
I was going to
Yeah.
say the Southern...
He wears the cowboy hat shit. Because it was a gimmick that Vince McMahon wanted him to do, and he was like, the average Oklahoman doesn't wear a hat, but fuck it, at the same time, it suits him. He didn't
Yeah.
like it initially, though.
He's still
Um,
doing it, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's a collision guy, so he just won.
Oh, like,
His
like
duties have
Rogan.
been reduced, let's say, because, you know.
He's
I think he
getting
was ill again. The man's gone through cancer. He's had 2
Well,
strokes.
he sounds a bit poor.
Yeah.
But like Rogan, and he just comes out. Speaking of Rogan,
Well, this segue for the Dickhead of the Week thing's gone on for nearly 5 minutes.
Wow.
Dickhead of the Week.
we finally got there. So, Dickhead of the Week is the commentary over the fight between Irene and Carol on the prelim card. Their last names are Aldana and Rosa.
Mm-hmm.
So, as they're commentating on it, they go, this could be the best fight of the year, like really hyping it up. And what it actually was just one of them doing an inside leg kick to the other person's lead leg over and over again without one check. And then as she's doing that, the person that's getting kicked is just left hooking the other woman in the face.
Yeah.
And so they're just absolutely fucking pummeling each other over and like just button mashing A. Just constantly, not checking, just over and over and over again. While everyone's
Hey,
going, this is
such
sick,
an
this
Xbox
is
girl, aren't you?
brilliant. PS till I die.
There's no A button on the PlayStation controller.
Is there?
No, it's Xbox.
Oh, is it?
It's sucking X circle,
Oh, is it?
triangle, square.
Oh, that's the, yeah,
Yeah.
it is, yeah.
Anyway.
So they were like absolutely like smashing it, saying it should be. And then even after, and they look absolutely disfigured in that, they still were going on. It should be the fight of the year. And I was like, just
No.
like just destroying someone and actually not showing any reading of the game
Yeah.
or like
No technicality.
Yeah, no.
Like you've seen
changed it
better
up.
fights in car parks, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
it's just
Yeah.
horrible to see. Like you might as well do bare knuckle.
I'm so
yeah,
sorry,
that's
but who's the
my
dickhead of the week again?
The commentary. So you got Rogan.
Oh, it's Daniel
Cormier.
Cormier. So
Oh,
yeah,
Cormier.
we'll say it's Cormier. I like
Corm-
Rogan to some extent, and I like John Anik as well. He's
I like John. He's
his
very
way
nice.
with words is brilliant. The man can fucking speak.
He gets it go.
Yeah, DC's a cunt.
Modella. That
Yeah.
does
Daniel
very well.
Cormier.
We bitched about him last time, didn't we? When we were bitching about Mike Bell, who was the dickhead of the week last time, the judge for the Shevchenko fight.
Oh yes.
We briefly
yes.
touched on Cormier. He's a fucking twat.
You know when you look at darts players and you think your job title is an athlete.
Yeah.
I think the same thing when I look at Cormier throughout his career.
Mm.
Like, how are you an athlete?
He has no right to be commentating.
Or in the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Why?
I
Wow.
asked
With
myself
double
the same
champ
thing.
Oh, fucking hell. Like, I hated him to begin with, but it was when, I said it last time, it was when he was on the panel during the official weigh-ins.
And he was there
He was
eating chicken wings.
barbecue shit,
Yeah.
and they could smell it and stuff. You don't do that. Fighters
It's
who have
so
been... Who
unprofessional.
can't even shred one more ounce. They're obviously starving. They're dehydrated to fuck.
And
And
he
he's
was
just there. Yeah, but people have passed out on the scales. And he's just there fucking shoveling it in like a cunt. With his fucking belt on his gut so you can't see his gut.
Can we have that as the title?
What?
Shoveling it in like a
Sure, perfect.
An ode to Cormier.
No, I'm really happy. Thank you, Lorna. I'm really happy Daniel Cormier is going to be inducted into
Yeah,
the Dickhead of the Week
finally.
thing.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, I can't remember the fucking categories. It's not Conan.
The categories
It's not cool.
It doesn't matter.
The
It
categories
doesn't
no
matter.
longer matter. We'll just chuck it in Dickhead
You
of the Week
fucking
as an,
idiot. You
over,
can't-
as an
It's somehow
umbrella.
throbbing. Like I think it's like I'd say just below midpoint.
Yeah,
So
sure.
not flaccid.
It doesn't
sure.
matter.
If we ever find the list,
Yeah,
we'll whack it on
we
there.
sure will. Yeah, fuck it. There's also this one time when the dickhead was eating Doritos during a broadcast during a fight.
Oh no.
And you could hear it. The audio was obviously picking up. It's just fucking. I'm like, this is a fucking pay per view. You couldn't hear Rogan or any of that lot over it as
Oh,
well.
I
He was
don't-
just like, oh, sorry, I was eating fucking chips as well, and he continues
Wait.
doing it. Like fucking twat.
Well, Doritos have recently put out a set of headphones, or they've collabed with some kind of headphones, whereby they challenge you to be able to hear someone eating whilst, even with the mic.
It needs to pass the
Oh.
Cormier test.
It does.
Yeah,
That would
yes.
be. If it does, then
Yes.
you know I'll endorse that product any day.
Yeah.
He
He walks like a penguin.
He
He's a
does.
fucking idiot. Shit fighter, worst commentator.
Repent, and thou shalt be saved.
You know what? Another endorsement that has been particularly prevalent recently. Fucking Snoop Dogg sweeping the carpet from under all our fucking feet, saying that he was off smoke.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And he wanted his privacy respected, so yeah.
Do you know? Have you not heard what happened since?
No.
Mate, it was all a media stunt.
Oh,
Legit.
really?
It's for selling smokeless fire pits. Fire pits that give you the heat of a fire but no smoke.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Like,
It
like
is.
quiet.
it is, actually. I had a look and I was like, yeah, fair play. But still, nah, man, that's not cool, bro. I know Snoop doesn't say no to anything, but he had people changing their lives in the DMs. Like,
Well,
you know,
you can't
Uncle
blame- you
Snoop's
can't-
quit. I'm gonna quit in solidarity.
You can't blame Snoop for that.
Honestly.
Helter Skelter was a song that inspired Charles Manson to do what Charles Manson does. That wasn't a song about the stuff that Charles Manson did in terms of that. It just triggered something. So it's not the Beatles' fault that Charles Manson did all that shit. It just influenced them. I know there's a bit of a gap in between this and that.
I was
But-
going to say that escalated from some harmless
So-
marketing. I'd say harmless now, but only in comparison to that.
But yeah, well, yeah. They
It's not
changed
Snoop's
it.
fault that
he became
He is-
a serial killer in the 70s.
his
60s,
lie
60s.
essentially inspired them to change their ways. It's not Snoop's fault.
But,
Are they
yeah.
pissed that he's smoking again? And they're like, fuck it, if Snoop's back on it, I'm back on it too.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, and I suppose if they then went back on it, then it shows a little bit of fragility.
Exactly that, yeah. I was genuinely shocked when I saw the initial post saying that he was quitting smoke. I was like, oh, Snoop. My heart went out to the guy that he employs to roll for him. I was like, well, he sounds redundant.
You did say that. I
Yeah.
remember you saying
The
that.
most
whole staff
overworked
out.
man on the
I remember
planet.
you saying- You was genuinely
I
concerned.
was like, oh.
He'll find work.
Yeah, I bet he
Someone
will.
will hire him.
You know, he had over 1 billion streams on Spotify. I don't know if that's like since the dawn of Spotify or what, but he hit the Billy button on it. Guess how much money Snoop personally received from 1 billion streams
I
on
bet
Spotify?
it was a shockingly low amount.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I bet it was.
45 grand. That's all he got
Really?
from 1 billion. Sorry, I should have let you guess first. That was my bad. But yeah, I was just too excited to tell you.
Well,
It's like a fraction of a bit of a penny per
Spotify paid 100 million for Joe Rogan to join them exclusively.
If they can afford that, if they can pay that kind of money to Joe Rogan.
Snoop deserves some of that Joe Rogan money. I thought it was kind of like a bit of a piss take considering Joe Rogan was the highest paid artist. And I say that with quotation marks.
Well-
I thought that was quite offensive to a lot of musicians, comedians, etc.
Yeah, especially Joe Rogan.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't even gent.
He wishes.
Oh my god, I watched the Chin reviews for the first time in 14 years the other day. Do you remember the Chin reviews?
Yeah,
Early
he's
doors.
upside
I've never
down.
even heard of it.
Yes, with the googly eyes on the chin. Tarquin.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
Cheese
I remember.
and wine.
Yeah, I've seen that for years.
Same. Watched all 7. All 7 the other day, just spat them out.
One of my favourites is Crib's Bum Edition. Man.
Cribs bum
That
edition.
is so
Oh my
fucking
god.
sick.
The golden trolley.
Sitting on Dayton's, baby. I don't know what they are, but, you know. I'm guessing there's some sort of wheel trim manufacturer or something. Nah, it was his ice box where it was just full of contraband and fucking needles and shit.
I swear that
It's
you
the
have
po-
actually got a barbecue stick that says
It's an overturned
Pokies.
stick on it, yeah.
Yes,
that's
we
what
also
Dad-
have an overturned
Yeah,
stick.
exactly. You don't want to put your hands
Shout
on
out
that hot ass
Pokies.
grill. Yeah, watch Crib's Bum Edition. It'll take up, 5 minutes of your time and it's fucking worth it.
It will be only available in 420p.
If you're lucky. Probably
One of the low,
360 at this
the low
point, yeah.
P's.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. He's happier than all of us, that guy is.
And on that note.
Yes. Not bad, considering we were desperately unprepared.
Yeah,
Yes.
just. I tell you what,
Yeah,
dear listener,
some
though,
stuff.
something else that I'm particularly happy with is this box of Heroes. The Cadbury
Another-
Heroes box has surprised me.
Full-size chocolate bars, especially, what is it, the flake?
2 full-size bars
Well,
in it.
sorry.
Genuinely really chuffed with that.
You can't believe it.
I'm stunned. Unless they have had 12s in here before, haven't they? But the dinky ones. I wonder if they didn't make the small 12s in time, or something went wrong with the little 12, and they thought just whack 2
It would
big
have
ones
been a
in.
pack-
They'll
no,
they'll be
it-
chuffed with that, and I am.
It would have been a packaging issue, surely. 'cause
Something went wrong
Yeah.
with the dinky 12s
Either
along
way.
the way, but we've got proper ones. Multi-pack bar, not for resale.
I'm so happy how you are.
I'm really chuffed with that.
Yeah.
Right, now I'm going to go ahead and devour half this box. Write in the comments, dear listeners, what's the first thing that you pick out of the Heroes tub? Because I went fudge and it surprised the room.
Yes,
No,
it did.
the cream egg one. Fucking lovely.
What was yours? Crunchy?
Yeah, double decker.
Mm.
Dinky decker.
Yeah.
Dinky Decker.
Right.
Here you go, have a Dinky Decker.
Oh.